What is up, YouTube? So in this second video, we've actually received the Temu mods we've been waiting for the Jeep Grand Cherokee WK2. So in this video, what we're going to be doing today, we're simply going to be upgrading or using the Temu mods we've just received. So open the As I was editing the video, guys, I just realized I forgot to ask y'all to please like, comment, and subscribe, and also any ideas or suggestions that you might have for any future videos. Please make sure that you do leave them in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one. Back to the video. Package already. Got a little excited, couldn't wait. I did inspect to make sure everything was inside the bag. So without any further ado, let's take a look at actually what we've ordered, the quality it came in, and if it was as expected. Alright, so this is the bag everything came in. Basically, that's the bag. So what I've done here, I've just laid out everything. Already opened that. This is the tail light covers. So this is basically everything we ordered. I'm going to walk you guys through everything one by one as we unbox. Let's get it going. So these ones here, they're blacked out, can't really see the bulbs, and they're sequential LEDs. So this is probably going to be the first one that we're going to install. Let's open up the next. Alright, so next up we have, these are the covers for the, I don't know if they're called tow bars or tow something, the tow anchors or what. Let's move on to the next one. So in the fifth box we got window master control. So there's everything for now. Like I said, I just realized the mic I was using, this JBL streaming mic, is a bit low on the sound side. The quality is fine, it's just very low because I'm so far away from it. So I'm just going back to the iPhone mic. That's everything we've opened up so far. Yeah, last box remaining, and then these are the mirror covers again, because our mirrors are chrome. So because I'm not sure if you can hear me from this distance, I'm not wearing a mic, but so we're gonna firstly slowly just, you know, not break your car's neck or whatever, but we're gonna firstly do that. Then we have the mirror a bit over here with your hand for a sec, but the clip is, it's literally this clip right here. Well, there's so many, but the one that you want to loosen, the one that I could get to was this one somehow, and it was all the way back here, and you just had to basically just push it back and pull it forward. But when you pull it forward, it makes this snapping sound, kind of sounds like you're almost breaking it. As you can see, mirror still intact and it is out. We have to loosen up, I think, 4 of these bolts. The one over, one there, one in there. Okay, so we have the mirror adjuster loosen or off or hanging. Next, we're just gonna disconnect this so we can get more access into deeper down there. Okay, so now that we've disconnected the motor, we're just gonna now gently try pry upwards. As you can see, it's lifting up, and I can already see. Okay, so once you've pried, which is basically this floor lighting up here, once you've pried that off, you're going to fully close your mirror and get yourself a Phillips star screwdriver so you can access that screw over there and loosen that up. Okay, so we are losing daylight fast. So the tricky part is you have to kind of loosen that part at the back there so you can move this thing around so you can access the screw. It's not visible when it sits like that. So you have to kind of move it around like that so you can loosen up this Phillips screw. Once you loosen this off, this will then come off. We are losing daylight, as you can see, so I'm going to try and wrap this up and probably carry on with the rest of the mods tomorrow, but for you guys, I'll see you shortly. Boom, and just like that, we have the old ones out. Just to give you a side-by-side comparison, that's the difference from this to this. Way better. So this is day 2. Obviously we ran out of daylight yesterday, but we did manage to get that one done, and today bright and early we're trying to do the next one. So this is lock, unlock. The quality of it is actually excellent, I should say. But yeah, let's crack on. I don't know if you can see, but that's what the hazard's on. Let's get a close up. Actually turned out way nicer than expected. Smooth, I should say, and turned out better than expected actually. Now onto the next mod. Next mod, we're gonna be blacking out these chrome tail lights. This is what they currently look at the moment. So we have the cover plate, I guess, for it. I don't know if I should take, hope I didn't scratch it there, but I don't know if I should take this off or if this goes on top of this. Alright, so firstly you're gonna want to remove these two little, I don't know what they're called, clips or whatever that go in here. I'll show you on the other side. These two, you want to kind of pry it with a flat, and then maybe use some pliers to just pull it out. They do pull out, and the top part might separate from the rest of the unit. Don't worry, it's not broken, it just pops back in on top. But yeah, let's move on to the next step. Okay, so once you have these two bolts loosened, the headlight literally just pops off. You just have to wiggle it a bit gently, and once you've done that, I forgot, I skipped ahead. The chrome piece is held on by one bolt that's located down there. So you just loosen that, and then it's also held together with a little bit of double-sided tape. So you just have to gently pull it off, not too hard so you don't break anything, and it comes right off. Once you have it off, just give it a little wipe clean, get your new one ready, add your double-sided tape, then we just stick it on, and then we screw it back in place and pop it back in. I'm gonna get that done and I'll show you the result shortly. Okay, now we got it sticked on with the double-sided tape. As you can see, it actually looks a bit better than the previous chrome piece. That looks way better. Alright, we got that little screw screwed in. Now we can begin plugging everything back in and putting it back in its original position. Let me get that done and then I'll show you the result. Same process, we're gonna pop these off, wiggle it out, unplug it, loosen the chrome bolt, and just gently pry it off. And yeah, I'll show you when I'm done with that. Let's see. You just have to loosen the screw here, and then pry it off manually. Give it a wipe down, put the new one on, screw it back, and then back in place. Okay, so just to give you all an idea, once you've loosened that screw at the back, you're just gonna have to start from up here. I don't know if you guys can see that, and then just lightly lift it up as you go. It is held together with some form of tape, so just gently pull, release the whole time. You will feel it once it pops off, and you will feel the tape. Alright, so we got the first bottom half done, as you can see. Now that's all remaining is the inner top half, which we are going to tackle right about now. It's coming together though, I should say, way better than expected. So to reach the top light, we're gonna have to remove this panel, and according to the research I've done so far, it's just held together by clips. So you just need to get a little pry tool and just gently start prying it off, and it should just pop right out. As you can see, it's actually a bit easier than expected as long as you have like a little pry tool. There's one of the points. All you do is, if for instance here, we will just pry this in here and just give it a little force and it pops out like that. Very easy, very simple. Try and do it carefully and slowly so you don't actually break anything. I'm gonna get this done all the way around and I'll show you guys once it's off. Once you have it loosened enough, you will see it is still held together with these connector clamps. There are one over there and there's another one on the other side. So you want to just loosen this. I'm holding it so you don't let it hang with all the weight just on those wires. So let me just loosen that off quickly. Alright, so once you've loosened up this connection, and there's another one over there, once you've loosened those up, it should just come right off. Nice and simple. Now we can begin actually removing the headlight. So there's one over there, one over there, one over there, and one over there. So all four have to come out, four on each side, and then the tail light will come off. So let me get to that. Okay, so once you've loosened up the 4 bolts, using your pry tool, it should just pop open right here. If you've connected the cables, then the light should come off, but I'm having issues with taking it out, so I'm just working with it like this. There is another screw. As you can see, there was a screw behind here, so all I did was I just angled it like this. Don't know if you can see that, but I angled it like this and loosened up the bolt, and then with a little bit of force we just pulled that off. To finish the chrome delete, this is how the final product looks. Next, fix, which is replacing the master window control module thing. We ordered a new one here, also from Temu. Good quality, I should say. Everything works fine, intact. Delivery was also perfect. So when removing this, all you basically need is a flathead or pry tool, and you just get it under here and you just pry it up like that. As you can see, it will easily come out without any force. Once it's all the way out, you just unplug the connections at the bottom. Should look like something like that, and then we can unplug in the new one. So let me get this one off quickly, then I'll be with you shortly. Alright, so once you get it out, this is what the inside of it looks like. All we have to do now is just pull down on these red tabs and unplug this, plug in the new one, push it back in place, and then we test out to see if all the windows work and etc. So let me get that off. Alright, new one's in. Here's the old one. Looking at them, they're very much the same. The only difference is this one is more greenish at the back and this one is white. The plugs are all the same. All around it looks exactly the same. I'm gonna push this back in its place and just make sure that all the windows work. New one's in place, looking nice. Just tested the power folding mirror function. Mirror is still folding, everything still works. Indicators on that still work. And you can see the mirror is moving ever so slowly if you try and move it left or right. Lock function, you can hear that works. So everything's good over here. Quality is great, part functions well. So I bought this for my push start cover. As you can see, my push start button actually does need to be replaced itself. I'm gonna look online to see if I can find this whole unit, but for now I just got this cover, so we're gonna put that on as well, just knocking off all the little bits and pieces that we have left of this video. Let me get that out of the way. And as you can, not even 2 seconds. So clearly this was a waste of money. It does not fit at all. It doesn't, the shape of it, I don't know, it's just, it doesn't sit inside this area provided in here. It like somehow sits semi inside and the rest of it sits outside this bezel area. So this product, even though it looks nice, it looks cool, literally it's supposed to sit like that somehow, but even though it looks nice, looks cool, it's non-functional as soon as I even, so that waste of money. I think we should do the door handles next, just to wrap up this video, because it is getting quite long. So this is a before, this is how the door handles look now before applying the new ones on, or the new trim on. Let's see how they look after. Okay, final walk around. This is how the new black trim pieces look. The fitment is alright from afar or from where everyone else will see it. It looks great actually. I just need to get that little cover for this key thing over here. Passenger side as well. Looks good. Again, if you look from a different angle, you might still see like the gray, like up there. But other than that, and then walk around for the tail lights, blacked out as well. Excuse the shaking camera. That looks fantastic. So that is a wrap for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.